Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us. I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are the Crafty Lumberjacks. You can follow us across social media. Special shout out to Fiskars for having us and Michael's, of course, for having us. We're excited to get crafty with you all today.
Yes, today we're talking all about vinyl. Now, cutting machines and vinyl is so trendy right now. It's really exploded in the craft scene. So if you don't have a cutting machine or you're interested in one or you have one you haven't taken out of the box or you are a beginner, this is a great class for you.
I agree.
Thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about our tips and tricks on how to cut vinyl successfully, and also some tips and tricks on how to get the perfect application of your vinyl. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about when we're talking about vinyl, we're talking about basically a sticker. Essentially, it's a sticker.
Yeah, it comes in a roll like this, or it can come in a sheet as well, just a freestanding sheet. And then you apply it to different objects.
Yes, and even if you don't have a cutting machine, you can actually purchase vinyls that are already pre-cut. Yeah. And also today, we're also going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the class with a lot of the products that we're using today in the class. And that's going to be through our Instagram at Crafty Lumberjacks. We're going to ask a little trivia question at the end of the class, and then you just have to write in with the answer to our Instagram.
Yeah, you can just DM us. We'll go over that all when it's time, right at the end of the class. But if you're bored right now, you could always go on Instagram and follow us. You can follow Fiskars. You can follow Michael's if you would like. All great resources.
Yes, and today we're going to be using, a lot of people ask us and come to us and they say, oh, do I have to buy the accessories that go with Cricut? And the answer is no, or even Silhouette. Silhouette has their own, tools and accessories, and you don't have to buy it. A lot of these different brands and companies are now making their own accessories to go with as a companion piece to these cutting machines.
Yes.
So today we're going to be showing you how to use a brand new tool from Fiskars.
This is the 3-in-1 vinyl multi-tool. It's like the Swiss Army knife of cutting machines.
Yes, it has like a little cutter here.
Oh my God.
To cut, and then it has a weeding tool here in it, and it also has a place where you can discard all of your little weeding tool scraps.
Which is so great because if you've ever weeded before, and we'll go over what that means in just a little bit, those little pieces can get everywhere and it's really annoying. I just had one on my finger. Dennis was like, what is that? I was like, oh, it's just...
What's on your finger, bro? Also, we're going to show you these tools by Fiskars, the vinyl positioners. We're going to be using a curved one today, and actually, this is going to be part of our giveaway today, the curved vinyl applicator and also the straight vinyl applicator.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for our giveaways, we always do a pair of the OG Fiskars
scissors, which we're so excited about.
And then Holly, we wondered if we could also add this to the giveaway, but we don't really know.
And the reason we don't really know is because this is brand new, like brand new. So it's not really even out. We got one of the first ones. We're really excited.
Yes, we can make that happen. I'm trying to figure out why it's not online right now because it should be at Michael's store. So we'll do some problem solving with that, and we'll be giving one away.
Awesome. You rock. Thank you, Holly. And again, I'm going to be on the chat here. If we're going too fast or if you have any questions, feel free to write them in. I will do my best to keep, following along here with the chat as well.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say, if you've been to one of our classes before, we like to talk fast. We like to talk over each other, but we really just want to keep this fun and friendly. So if there's a question that you have, Dennis will try to take care of it. If he misses it, just write it again. Don't worry about it.
So today we're going to be creating these beautiful hurricanes for Valentine's Day with a little sticker there, vinyl sticker. We like to pop in candies. We even do our hurricanes with sprinkles, candles.
Yes. Candles, yeah, anytime. I feel like that's such a great way. People always ask us, like, what's an easy way to add some holiday flair to my space? I feel like these hurricanes are always a go-to for us, and then adding vinyl is really great because you can even, let's say you don't have a lot of space like we do, we're in a small apartment, you could even take that vinyl and just peel it off and then put the next holiday in and then just add some festive filler, as we call it.
Yes, you can personalize and customize, anything. And that's what we love about our Cricut and just the vinyls is that we are constantly adding labels, stickers, vinyls to pretty much everything in our apartment.
Yes.
All right, so should we get started?
I think we should.
Okay, so most of you know Cricut comes with its own design software called Cricut Design Space. That's what we're going to be using today.
And this class isn't really going to be focused too much on that. We're just going to kind of breeze through how you do that, but it's really about how you apply the vinyl today. That's what we're really focusing on today.
Yes. So do you want to start with sizing or?
Sure. So we're going to be putting our vinyl on this hurricane. Now, step one, you want to measure your surface first, and then you want to measure and cut out your vinyl. So what I'm going to do, and I guess right now, I guess you can switch to our other, there we go.
Awesome. So we already have our design here ready to go. So this comes with Design Space. They have tons of different images and fonts and things that you can pick from that are already you know, made perfectly.
Yeah.
And yes, that
It makes
you
it
can
really
add.
easy. So we want our vinyl to be, I think, just about 4 inches. How does that look?
That's
Can
great.
you see this in the?
No, I don't see that.
There we go. So we're going to do almost 4 by 4. Now, Dennis is going to size that right on.
Yeah, so
Design
Cricut Design
Space.
Space. So we're already up here. So we just said, oh, let me cancel. So here's our little image we're using today. Again, I can show you, they have tons of different designs and images. You can go right here to image, and then you could just write something like love. And then you'll see there's tons, 4,000 images about love. And these are all pre-made designs that you can just size and have your machine cut.
All right.
So we already picked ours right here. Andrew said 4 by 4, really easy to do. You just take your arrows here. You can make it as large as you want, as small as you want. So we're going 4 by 4 here. And now I'm not on the chat here, just as I'm kind of working through here. So I don't know if I'm missing questions, but
We'll get to them for sure.
so you hit make it. We're going to be using a mat today, and we're going to actually show you our tips and tricks on how to get a successful cut. So you just click on mat, very easy, continue. Looks great, continue. And then of course, you know, the Cricut Maker has Bluetooth in it, or you can actually plug it into your computer if you want. You can also use this with an iPad, your iPhone, any kind of smart device. We already have our vinyl here in our favorites here. So we're going to pick this one, right?
Yeah.
Premium, and then it's literally all ready to go.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so now it's time to cut the vinyl. Now, cutting machines have mats, and then the vinyl goes onto the mat, and the cutting on the mat is really sticky. So, Dennis, will you come over here behind the camera and make sure you're getting me?
Sure. So, and that is our #1 tip too. You want to make sure that you work with a really sticky mat.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so great.
So I'm going to be using the 3-in-1 multi-tool for this, and I love this part of it. It's the cutter, and this reminds me of a wrapping paper cutter, which what I love about this, it's not sharp, so you really can't hurt yourself. So if you have kids, and I see Tina has a small crafter with her today, so I love that. So this is a perfect tool for kids because you can't cut yourself, and it just really makes it easy to cut the vinyl. What I like to do is put my vinyl on the mat because there's a grid on the mat itself. And then I like to use that as a guide. Most vinyl also has a grid on the back of it, so it makes it easy to line up as you cut. So,
yes, and not to mention, this is so satisfying.
Oh my gosh.
It's so great.
It really is. And you probably can't tell from the camera, but it's really easy to keep it nice and straight. Oh, thank you. And I'm just going to glide it through. And a good tip is always cut your vinyl slightly bigger than what the machine is going to cut. That's going to make sure that you have ample room so it cuts nice and perfectly. Let's see, I'm just going to go right over here. And again, I'm just going to glide it right across.
You know, and this cutting tool, it works better if you cut away from you. You don't want to try cutting towards you.
That's true.
And I also just love, Fiskars always thinks of like little ways that you can hang, display,
Yes.
have in your craft room, which I love. Everything comes with like a little hole, so you can just like hang it up.
Yes, and this
love.
is really easy to grip as well. So if you're cutting something really long, it's really easy to do so. So then the cutting mat comes with a protective surface. You just want to take that sheet off and put that somewhere where it's not going to collect too much dust or your cat's not going to sit on it.
Yes, our mats and plastic coverings, they always end up with tons of cat hair from our cat, Teddy Kruger.
So
he's a monster.
He is a monster. So then I'm just going to place my vinyl right here, right on the grid. And we're going to make sure we check where that is on design space before we cut it. But another great tip is we're going to be using a brayer tool to press down this vinyl as much as possible. That's a really great way to ensure that you're going to get a nice cut, is if your vinyl is solidly placed down. That way the machine doesn't get caught on it or anything like that.
Yes, and we're using removable vinyl for this, but of course they make permanent vinyl as well.
They do, and they make all different finishes as well.
Yeah, someone asked, do you have tricks on keeping them sticky or making them sticky again?
You know, we have washed them before and it works really well. You can take a little dish soap and scrape as you go. You could actually use this scraper, which we haven't even gotten to yet, but you can do a little dish soap on that and then take your scraper and scrape off any of that residue, and then it will actually dry and be sticky again. So it's
yes, we have a video on our Pinterest.
Oh, on our Pinterest.
Pinterest, yes. That's actually a pretty popular video. I'm sure it will come right up if you search it.
I was also going to say, if you don't have a brayer, this is our Fiskars brayer that we use for all different types of projects. You could use this tool and just go across, and that will also help the vinyl stay down. Yes,
and now this is an accessory too that Fiskars makes. And what's great about this one, other cutting machines, they have ones that are plastic. So they're a little rough. So sometimes you'll scrape and it will rip your vinyl, or it will scratch it. Yes, it will scratch it. And this has like a little rubber edging thing, and they actually have two different. Here, can you bring it up a little closer?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they have two. Sorry, I'm going to take. It's almost like a squeegee. So this is really soft right here, and then it's the same material, but it's a little harder here. So this will come in handy later on when we're applying the vinyl, but it also comes in handy now. Or you can flip it right over and use the plastic side as well.
Yes. All right. So let's get this cut. So I'm going to show you, let me go back here. Where is it? Okay, so it's all ready to go. So you know it's ready to go because the machine is blinking. So you just want to line up your mat into your cutting machine here.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then I'm just going to follow the prompts.
Yes, that's the greatest thing too about these cutting machines. They kind of walk you through every step. And if something seems wrong or off, it will actually stop. It will tell you, it says, uh-oh, this material isn't right. This is too short. This is too long, which is really helpful. And then, so that just check to make sure you have the mat in and everything's looking good. You had the right blade in. Now it blinks, so you know to cut it.
Actually, can you let us know in the chat if you have a cutting machine of any kind? Just so we kind of know people's familiarity with.
Yes, and a lot of people have these machines, but they're kind of intimidated to use them.
Which
the brother, yes, the brother is the same. Yes, Explore Air 2, love it. I have a Cricut, yes, Maker 3. This is our Cricut Maker 3 here. We love it. Yes, Silhouette. Yes, I've never used the Silhouette, but I really enjoy them.
Yeah,
the Joy. Oh my gosh, I love the Joy so much. I ordered my very first Cricut Maker, and it hasn't even shipped out yet.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jennifer.
The suspense must be
oh my gosh,
you.
We're excited for you. I bought it 2 days ago and saw this class. Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm going to give a shameless plug. We also have a really great YouTube video about cutting vinyl, which goes more into the design space and how you format and stuff like that. So we're kind of breezing this part over, but if you have any questions on that, you could just search Crafty Lumberjacks vinyl Cricut, and that should be like the top video. It's one of our best videos. Just a little.
Okay, so it's finished.
Okay.
Pretty fast. You hit that to remove your mat. It comes out. There you go. I'm just going to turn the camera here.
And then I'm going to show you our tip. What we like to do, instead of just pulling this off the mat, what we like to do is turn the mat down and then pull the mat away. That's just going to help the vinyl not curve and like stretch out the vinyl at all. That's just going to give you the easiest peel. I'm going to go put this, the protective surface right back on my mat.
Don't forget, we're going to be giving away some of these tools at the end of the class today. We have a trivia question. It's not so much a trivia question, but it's a little Valentine's Day question. And then you can follow us on Instagram and enter. And of course, this video will be available on Michael's YouTube channel in about, oh, what's happening?
Sorry, I was going to get this
24
ready.
hours to 48 hours. They're pretty quick with it. And then, of course, anytime you make something or you want to share something with us or Michael's, Fiskars, use the hashtag Make It With Michael's.
Yes.
Just so you can see all of it. Okay. So now we're going to what's called weeding our vinyl, which is basically removing any of the vinyl pieces that you don't need.
I'm going to cut. Yeah, I'll be the camera person now.
Okay. Yes. So I like to just kind of give it a little one over here just to make sure everything's down and flat.
So this is the weeding process. What you're doing is you're taking away the pieces of the vinyl that you don't want for your project. Now, I think this is such a satisfying moment, but it can be a little frustrating if you have issues with things not peeling up. What you want to do is you want to take your scraper and just make sure that it's pressed down and then try again.
Yeah, so again, we have our little vinyl weeder catcher. I just can't see it, so okay. And this is like, you know, you always want to check, triple check, double check all your extra pieces here. You want to make sure that all of your negative pieces are off.
Yeah.
Just because it's so frustrating, especially really with iron-on vinyl.
Yeah, which iron-on vinyl is just what it sounds like. It's vinyl that then you iron on, which makes it like absolutely permanent. We have a Christmas project we did that we forgot a part of the E, and every time we look at it, that's all I can look at. Because we forgot to weed that part.
But you know, after we're doing kind of a small design here, but if you're doing a larger design, after you kind of do all this work, you know, pick it, size it, and cut it, you know, not only are you wasting material in that sense, you're also going to have to start all over again.
Yeah.
And that could be really, really annoying because, you know, if you're a crafter, you got a lot going on. You got a lot of projects.
That's true. And that's what I really love about these new Fiskars tools is that they really help ensure that you get the best application, because once you've gone through all this cutting, oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking to have to start over.
Now we're about to get our material here ready. What you need is transfer tape.
Yes, I think this is
some here.
I was going to say, I think the transfer tape is probably the most confusing for people who have never worked with vinyl. I know I was confused. So to apply the vinyl, you're not going to just peel it off like a sticker. You're going to use this transfer tape and you're actually going to put it on top, and then that's going to pick up the vinyl letters, and then you're going to apply it to the surface. I'm saying it and I'm barely following.
Wait, I know. I was like, what'd you say?
I know it's hard to understand, but I think once you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, do you save the scraps? You know what we do?
Hi, Sean.
We do save the scraps. We really try to always save the scraps and reuse them. We have a folder, so no matter how small your scrap is, you never know if you're gonna need it.
Yes, and actually we end up kind of making some projects just with our scraps.
That's the most satisfying, when you don't have to go to the craft store, when you can make everything from what you have. That I always feel like we need to pat ourselves on the back. Sean Flanders said, what a great little like nifty thing. I agree. I think this is so great. I mean, another thing we've done in the past is use a lint roller. You can place them on a lint roller, but this just makes it so much easier.
Okay, so you remove the backing and then you want to apply it to your vinyl here. Wait, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here?
Out.
I know.
All
okay,
right.
and then scrape it really good. You want to make sure that it's really stuck to your transfer tape there.
Yeah, so the transfer tape is basically a vinyl that's see-through. So then you want to put the sticky side on top of the vinyl.
Yes, and now here's our tip for removing it from the backing here. You want to make sure that it's really close. So I flip it over. I like to work on the table, and I like to peel it very slowly and keep it really close. See, that already got stuck. Keep it really close to the vinyl there and remove the backing. Remove the backing. And you see if anything comes up, you can just stick it down,
Yes.
and keep it really close. And then this way you kind of get to see, because sometimes, you know, you don't know what's going on.
And it's really important to take your time with this. As you can see, Dennis is really just doing it nice and slowly. You don't want to rip that off because the vinyl can tear. It's really thin.
Okay, now this is the best part. This is the best part. We're going to be using the vinyl positioner here.
Yes.
And again, they have one for curved surfaces. So if you do tumblers or candles or, vases, a lampshade, this is great for that. And then again, they have the flat one, and we're going to be giving these away.
Yes.
Today. And what's really great about these is it comes with really simple, clear instructions with pictures. I'm very visual. I don't like to read. I just want to look at pictures and get it done. So they all come with these little directions on how to use, but we're going to show you right now.
Yes, I just wanted to say, so again, this is the vinyl and all the sticky stuff is to one side. So as you can see, it's upside down, and then we're going to place it right onto the jar. Now, before we do that, we want to make sure that we clean our jar, our hurricane. And what we like to use is a little alcohol pad. I have one right here, Dennis.
Okay, yes.
And that's just so if there are any oils from your fingers or anything else that it won't, the vinyl won't stay if it's oily. So you just want to make sure that you have it all off. Now you could also use soap and water. We also washed this right before the class. So anything you can do just to make your surface as clean as possible, I think is great. Yeah, I think that's good, Dennis.
And this, they have a wide variety and selection of different sizes, different types, different kinds, all at Michael's in that glass aisle there. We got all our hurricanes and even this fancy little one, which we were obsessed. We got this yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And of course, use your coupon. Use your coupon.
Oh, yeah.
Every little bit helps.
So we're going to let this dry. Let me take some of this clutter away. Okay, Dennis and I are going to switch spots, aren't we?
Yes, but I'm still doing this, right? Or you want to do it?
No, you are.
All right, so here's the little gadget contraption. Really cool. It has these legs in the front and the back here. So you move and slide, and that kind of acts, again, we have each other to help with crafting, and we have, we're, an extra set of hands essentially. But again, if you're crafting alone or you just need an extra set of hands, that's where this comes in super handy. And again, you won't apply and then have to remove. You can really take your time using this. So these slide up and down. These are the little legs. And then these are little, I like to think like Andrew has his glasses, like, little windshield wipers for glasses.
Yes, thank you.
So really simple here. So you want to line up the back here to that part and then hang it over the front.
And what this does is it just stabilizes the applicator to it so it doesn't move.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important because once you peel off that vinyl, there is it almost feels like you need to rush as you work. And then that's where you get mistakes. I've applied vinyl and it's crooked, and Dennis is like, are you kidding me? That is so crooked. And this really allows you to not, there you go. So it really allows you to take your time with it and give you those extra set of hands like Dennis said.
Yeah, so I'm gonna raise that up here. Now you have your little windshield wipers. These are not actual terms. They have real names. Okay, and now you wanna slide in your vinyl here. And you wanna go in this middle piece and then just over. And again, you can take your time to center. I'm gonna use that kind of top part to center, and it's gonna catch it. It's going to catch it just like that. Really simple.
Yeah, so you see, he thread it through. So the two windshield wipers are underneath the vinyl holding it. And I think that's really helpful.
Yes. Are you in the chat? Any questions about this so far?
Teresa says this is a game changer. I agree. If you have any questions as we go, ask them. I'll be in the chat. Dennis just needs to remind me to.
So again, now once you kind of have your vinyl and your transfer tape there, position ready to go.
You can like press this down just a little just to make sure that it's stuck to the arms.
And then this kind of goes up and down here. You see, it goes up and down. So then, and then it also goes, or what would this be? Up and
it goes like, so you can go like further down on the glass.
Yeah. So then you do this, and then you can go lower
or higher. And
again, it's all about just centering your vinyl. You do want to get eye level. So if you're working on a table, you can get low. I'm going to raise it up a little higher.
Patty says it looks like a tripod. It really does.
Oh my gosh, yes.
and watching and learning. I'm getting these comments. So beautiful. I need one. I mean, look how great this is. We can literally take a breath as we are working on vinyl. So this is a
yes,
real
and you can even walk away from it. It's like if you need to get a glass of water or something, you know, you can just leave this and be like, all right, I'll be right back. Or you get a phone call, or if your kid needs a snack, you know, or your cat needs a treat.
Yes.
Okay, so once we have it here, we want to apply pressure to the center area.
Yeah, so are you happy with that?
I'm really happy with that.
I think that looks
so
really great from the back. I think that looks really nice.
So you want to just kind of press this down and in, and that's going to tack onto the glass.
Yes.
As simple as that. And then, this is magic. I love this. You remove the one side and flatten.
That is so important that you can just do one side at a time, and this arm is still holding this part of the vinyl so it doesn't press into the glass when you're not ready and create a wrinkle. That really is so helpful.
A wrinkle in time.
A wrinkle in time.
And then again, so now it's kind of stuck, so that's good. So you can lift this up, and then you can press this side down.
And I think a good tip is you were just doing it instinctually, but you press from the inside out as you were going. And really take your time and press it slowly.
Yep. So we're done. And the best part about this is it's pretty inexpensive.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a small business owner, or if you sell a lot of stuff,
yes.
You know, it's great. I mean, that's perfectly centered and looks gorgeous.
Wow.
Now, before we remove the transfer tape, I just want to take my scraper tool here, make sure that vinyl is really pressed down.
Yep. I always like to start with the scraper and then go back to my fingers.
Yeah, I kind of do a little bit of both, you know. And again, this is great. I know we already said this, but it's kind of like a soft rubber. So again, you know, if you just use the plastic, and actually you could use this side too.
You could totally use the plastic,
Yes, but sometimes you use the plastic and it will rip or tear.
I think the plastic is really great when you have the transfer tape on top of your vinyl, because that creates a layer, so you're okay with that.
Yes, and then we're gonna remove the transfer tape. And again, same thing, I like to do it very close, a little bit at a time, Peel to reveal.
Peel to reveal. What a great tool if you need an extra set of hands. Yes, that's so true. The scraper tool is fantastic. It can be used for other crafts as well. I love that. It totally can. I love a multi-purposeful tool. And I think Fiskars is always trying to think of that. So I always appreciate that. I love the large holes for hanging on the wall. Yes, Tina, I agree. Anywhere that you can keep it accessible is great.
And now also, we like to keep our transfer tape also because it's like, you don't have to throw this out. You can reuse this. So same thing, we'll just put on the backing.
And keep that.
And just hold on to it and then use it. You know, we tend to not use it for like fancy projects, but if we're just throwing something together or making something for our cat,
this works just
as well. You know, you don't have to keep buying new.
That's
use what you got. Use what you got.
I mean, I think that looks great. Here we have that.
Stand. And then do we want to do a little candle or just the...
I think I want to do these candy hearts. Can I just pour this in?
Sure.
Let me know in a comment if you're a fan of these conversation hearts. We were talking with Raina before everyone jumped on. If we were, Dennis and I are on the fence. We like to have a few during the season, but you know, we don't munch on them too much. This looks really, really great. If you have any questions, please ask. Holly just put a link in the chat with the link to the alignment tool, which is really great. Does the transfer tape also come on a roll? It does.
Do you want to jump to the front
Raina,
camera?
if you want to jump on the camera, do you want to sit here? Sure. Hi, everybody. So yes, it comes in this roll. You can get different sizes, and it always comes in handy. So we always try to buy.
There you are.
Oh my gosh, there we go. So we always try to like buy the biggest roll because
we do a lot of Cricut crafting. So cool, huh?
I really love this. We want to go over 5 tips on how to apply vinyl the best way. I mean, if you have any tips, put them in the chat because we're always trying to learn from other crafters as well. So you might come up with something we have never even thought about. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, our first tip is to work in a comfortable temperature. Now that just means don't work somewhere too cold or too hot because that can affect the vinyl.
Yes. You also want to make sure there's the second tip is no wind. No wind. I know it seems ridiculous, but you want to work, you know, where don't, turn off your air conditioner, don't buy something that's blowing a fan or something, because it could really mess you up. And again, it's like, you don't want to have to then peel this, redo it, because the vinyl is going to kind of fall apart as they're removing it and all of that.
You don't want to get that transfer tape like stuck on there without you applying it on. We actually tried to do one outside for a video and it was just like a mess. Disaster. We had to stop, start over, and come inside. So okay, clean your surface. We went over this, but you really do want to make sure that you clean your surface no matter with what you're working with. If you're doing an iron-on vinyl, what you want to do is use a lint roller. That's going to help, just because you really want to make sure the adhesion is the best it can be.
Yes. The fourth tip, we kind of already talked about these. We're just going over them. The fourth tip is check your work and check it again when you're weeding. Because again, these little pieces are hard to see, especially with Andrew's bad eyes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't do that.
So you really want to make sure you double check, make sure you got all of those little scraps off, because it's going to make or break your project.
Yes. Another one is, if you're working on wood, which you can do iron on, or you can also do vinyl, you want to make sure that it's not freshly painted. We actually made these ornaments a few years ago, and we painted these wood slices, but we didn't let them cure enough. You want to make sure that paint cures for at least 24 hours before adding your vinyl to it, because what's going to happen is that vinyl isn't going to stick. It's going to then end up curling and peeling off way too soon. So you really do not want to you don't want to work on a freshly painted surface. I'm actually just going to continue going on a couple more tips, because I wanted to say,
and while he's going on the tips, I'm going to start prepping another one, just go over the tool again to show you, just because we have the time, and then we'll do our giveaway.
I'm gonna Raina, if you want to come to the other camera, thank you. Then just so people don't want to look at my face,
Are you sure?
Well, you do, but no one else.
The cat does.
I was going to say, we get this question a lot about vinyl. If you're adding it to tumblers, if you're adding it to plates, hurricanes like this, it's best to hand wash it. I think there are some vinyls on the market that are dishwasher safe, but I think it's always best to just hand wash. We've never had a problem. We have a plate that we use all the time that has some vinyl on it, and with hand washing, the vinyl has stayed perfectly. So I think hand washing is a great one. And I'll give one more tip. My tip is, when you're doing this, if you're feeling stressed out, it's not the best craft to work with. I think you have to be in a good mental state, just relaxed. Know that it can be a little tricky, but if you're in that mental state and you're not trying to rush what you're doing, I think you'll get the better results. I think that happens a lot of time with crafting. It's always good to be in a positive state, but it's not something you want to rush.
For sure. Yes. And again, like anything, the more you work with this, the more you do it, the better you'll get. You'll get more and more comfortable with working with vinyl and your cutting machine and all of these tools, the more you use them, just like anything.
I'm kind of obsessed.
You're going to
reuse it. I was going to say, I was kind of obsessed with you just putting that all together. 3 tools.
Yes. You ever fall into those like social media videos of people just like, the ASMR, or like kind of just people doing like weird things, running their hands over things?
What is that?
That's you.
That's me. Wow, thank you.
Well, because you were like, I was into that. I'm just like weeding.
No, into you putting together this tool. Like,
I think
it's so cool.
It's
literally a Swiss Army knife of crafting.
Do you want to give it a go?
No, you can do it. I've done it before.
He's scared.
I've done it.
He's scared. I don't know why. I'm the real life cowardly guy. I don't know why he's scared.
I'm not scared.
Because if you do it, anyone can do it.
That's right. And I've done it before. It's actually really great.
Okay, look at me go here. Look at me go. Awesome. Check and double check, triple check. Let me get an alcohol wipe for this.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask in the chats, are you working on anything special right now, holiday related? I know Valentine's Day is, oh my gosh, so soon.
I know, where did it felt like January was so long, and then all of a sudden it's like, what? It's here already. And also, we're going to be doing classes every month, with a focus on holiday stuff, but also some just fun, craft projects and all that. So we hope you join us again, and every class will have a giveaway. And you'll have to check it out. You want me to do it, baby?
No. I want to do it.
Okay.
I actually love doing this. I think it's so fun. So I'm putting the legs. Here we go. Oops.
Goes to the back.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So
Perfect,
there we go.
perfect,
It's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, make sure it's nice and snug, nice and tight.
I think Dennis really just wanted to do this.
I just wanted to criticize you doing it.
I knew it. It was a trap. Okay, so then I'm going under the middle bar and over the two side
Yeah,
bars.
and really
and-
center, really
Yes.
take
For
your
a
time.
hurricane, it doesn't really matter too much, but I think it's good to practice that, especially if you're doing it on like a flat surface, like a book or something like that. Okay, and then I'm just pressing the transfer tape onto the two arms, just like this, just so it's nice and.
Miles said, can we share what we've made? Of course, please. Oops, you are quick. Oh, sorry. Here, this
Thank
must
you.
not be pressed again.
Okay, and then I want to make sure, I think you know what the problem is right here. I need these bars in a little closer. There we go.
Are you doing something for Mother's Day? No, but we're going to be doing like a generic kind of craft project. I think that's the month of May. I think we're doing the gems. How often can you use the transfer tape? You know, as much as it still has a little bit of stick and tack, you can use it over and over and over again. You know, but of course it has to have like a little tacky, little sticky. Oh yes, I would love to make something for my mother-in-law. That's one of my favorite movies, Mother-in-Law.
Monster-in-law.
Monster-in-law, that's it.
Say that all the time.
I know, I call it.
All
the
right,
wrong
so
name.
as you can see, I was
Do you
taking
need
my
transfer tape for
finger.
iron-on? No, transfer tape, you don't need transfer tape for iron-on because it comes with its own little heat-resistant backing. So you just buy the iron-on rolls and you don't need any transfer tape for that. And that anytime you do that, an iron-on, you want to mirror the image because it has to be backwards. I know it doesn't make sense if I'm just saying it, but you know, you want to make sure that it's mirrored because then when it cuts and you put it on the right way.
Yes, and I'm sure Michael's has a class that you could join all about iron-on because I feel like they do machine classes all the time. So you can check that out on their website, which will be really helpful if you've never done it before. We also have a YouTube video. I'll just shamelessly plug that as well. And now I'm just pulling
Jen
off
said,
this.
I'm sorry, Patty, I made Valentine's Day gifts this week. Yes, love that.
Look at that.
Beautiful job.
Isn't that so cute?
And again, this image already exists. You know, we
Yeah.
didn't have to design anything. It's already there. It
And
looks
it looks
so
cute from the back. It looks cute from the front. I mean, I think this applicator tool is so great if you have a function like a wedding or a big
Oh, yes.
party or something and you
Mhm.
want to do something really special to take it over the top. I mean, I think it's such a great idea. You could put your date on it, your wedding date or that, or like a saying you can, you know, I just think it's like
Yes.
so easy to apply. This
Live,
is
laugh, love.
Laugh, love.
Okay, so Patty asked, what was the tool called that you're removing the waste vinyl into? This is called the 3-in-1 vinyl multi-tool by Fiskars.
And I'm saving this.
Yeah, and we're saving the transfer
Transfer
tape.
tape.
Okay, so for the giveaway,
All right.
I guess we
Right
can
now-
bring the camera back up here. For the giveaway, this is a big one. This is a big one. So you have to follow us on Instagram and send us the answer for the giveaway.
We were talking all day about what the question should be.
Yes.
We came up with something.
So you are going to get the alignment tools here. You're the vinyl positioner. You're going to get the one that we use today, the curved one.
You're also going to get the flat one for flat surfaces as well.
Holly gave us the okay to give you away, or to give away also the 3-in-1 vinyl multi-tool,
And
which we've been obsessed with.
Holly, can we also throw in? I'm sorry, we're just going to keep
I
on
know,
adding.
we're going to
Everything.
make them broom.
For you, we can.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
We did send a follow-up to Michael, so they're not online currently, but they should be able to find them. I would say within the next week or two, they will be available in stores and online.
I love
Or
that.
you
I
can
love
win
that we
it
got
with us.
Yes, I love that we got a sneak peek today. This is really great.
Yes.
And then of course the orange handled classic Fiskars scissors.
So what the trivia question that you have to answer, slide into our DMs with the answer.
Yes.
The question, since it's Valentine's Day, and Andrew and I have been together for 10 years now, we met on a national tour. We want to know what tour we met on.
Yes,
What show were we doing when we met?
We'll give you a clue. It's a musical, and you might be like, I don't know, but we'll also give you a clue. It's on our website. If you go to our website, you can find it. where it talks about us, like our about page. I believe.
Yes, and it's probably everywhere.
Yes, but actually Valentine's Day is really special for us because we actually found our mutual love of crafting by making, Dennis is going to show you, by making these Valentines for the whole cast and crew. That was the first time we crafted together, and it's been nonstop since. So
these are them, and they still have on the back. We did from Andrew and Dennis, so we put the year on it. 2012. We're old. We're very old. But yes, we made these. We made them for all our cast members, and that's kind of how we started our whole blog and Crafty Lumberjack journey was from our love of making and crafting on tour, that people were like, yo, you need to put these ideas on a blog. This is like 10 years ago.
Yes.
So when blogs weren't really that popular, or we're just kind of starting to get some memento there. And we put, we started the blog, to keep in touch with all our castmates and people we met around the country and in Canada. And here we are 10 years later, still at it.
If you have any questions before we wrap up the class, let us know. We will close the giveaway tonight, so you have time. You don't have to rush to do this. I think midnight we'll close the giveaway. So just send in a DM, and then we will write down everyone's name and pick it out randomly, and then we'll contact you just asking for your name and just your shipping address so we can send it to Fiskars, and then they'll send over all these incredible products.
Yes, our next class, we're going to be getting crafty for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
And Holly, I don't know if you know the date of the class, but that is going to be, I think, the first or second week in March.
Yeah, we're
again on a Thursday around the same time.
Yep, we're going to be using a banner kit for this one, and we're really excited because we're going to be hand cutting everything. So we're really going a different direction from the cutting machine. One of my favorite things to do is use scissors and cut things. So I'm really excited about this craft. It's all going to be with felt. It's going to be really fun.
Yes, it came out super adorable.
Yes. Oh, and we're going to give tips on how to cut felt letters by hand. I have terrible handwriting, and my letters came out really cute. We have some really great tips about that.
Yes. Okay, Thursday, March 10th at 3 p.m.
Yes.
CT time. We're over here in New York, so we're a little later. Okay, yes, you send the answer to our Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram at Crafty Lumberjacks, send us the answer to be entered in the giveaway. Midnight tonight, but what time zone?
Oh, how about Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah, we'll probably, fall asleep early and then pick it in the morning. But just so that you guys have time to find us if you got to make dinner.
I really hope that, don't take all night looking for the answer.
Yes, it should be right there. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up.
All right,
Thank
everyone.
you so much for coming today.
So much. If you have any questions in the future, write us on Instagram. We're always happy to help.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye, everyone.